Olloclip's 3-in-1 lens system for the iPhone was a game changer, an adapter that clipped onto the corner of the iPhone or iPod Touch to provide you with a separate wide-angle, macro and fisheye lens. We've already taken a detailed look at the lens in a previous video. I'll leave a link at the end of this video and in the description below. Nevertheless, there was one thing missing with that lens, a telephoto option. Olloclip has jumped on board and now released a new addition to the family. Welcome to Ifty's Tech Corner, where today we are looking at the Olloclip telephoto lens. Clip-on iPhone lenses and cases that include some sort of lens magnifier have been around for a while, but most of them are of a poor quality. Olloclip separated itself from the rest by offering precision ground glass multi-element optics. The lens barrels are made from anodized aluminum, quite similar to lenses you might buy for a DSLR camera. The new telephoto lens shares the same build quality as a 3-in-1 lens system we've previously looked at, so you can count on it to dramatically improve the optics of your iOS device. If you already have the 3-in-1 lens system, it's important to know that the telephoto lens is an entirely separate attachment. You can use it entirely independently of that kit. Before we go any further, let's take a look at what we get inside the actual box. So within the actual plastic packaging here, we have the actual lens itself at the top. We've got the telephoto lens at one end here and the CPL filter at the other. We'll take a closer look at that in just a moment. Within here we've also got a user guide. We have a cover for the actual telephoto lens. We have a small adapter. This is so that you can remove the actual CPL filter and use it alongside the original Olloclip 3-in-1 lens system. We have a small iPod Touch adapter. This is for use with your iPod Touch 5th generation. And we have a couple of microfiber sacks here to store the lens safely. And they also double up as lens cleaning cloths to help polish away the inevitable fingerprints you'll probably get on the lens as you slide it onto place. This aluminum 2x zoom lens attachment from Olloclip is built almost exactly like the original 3-in-1 and fits snugly over the corner of your iPhone. The telephoto lens is on one side and the circular polarizer lens on the other. The latter slips off and can be attached to the front of the telephoto, or if you own a set, it can also be used alongside the included adapter to attach to your 3-in-1 original lens. Olloclip's telephoto solution is pretty big, bigger than the original 3-in-1 lens. It's actually longer than the iPhone is thick, and while you could probably get away with leaving the 3-in-1 lens on your iPhone 5, it feels positively awkward to do the same with the telephoto. It's really designed for attaching when you need to use it rather than keeping it on for long periods of time. The lens, which is expertly made with multiple lens elements and a precision ground glass, according to Olloclip, is easy to use and essentially puts you twice as close to your subjects. Personally, I've been instantly pleased with the results and the end product was far less grainy than using the manual zoom. The lens easily slides on and off your handset, but bear in mind it can only fit on a bare iPhone or iPod. You won't be able to use this with another case attached, unless that is if you have the fantastic Olloclip Quick Flip case, which will give you a complete solution. We've taken a look at this case in a previous video. Again, you'll find links at the end of this video or in the description below. The telephoto lens effectively magnifies your device's optics by 2 times, which means that you can take more detailed shots from a greater distance than you could before without resorting to using the camera app's magnification slider, which works digitally, introducing noise and artifacts into your image. That telephoto effect also changes the camera's depth of field, which enables you to more selectively focus on your subjects to help them stand out from the background. It also gives you a narrower field of view, taking the iPhone 5's 33mm focal length to 66mm. That's not much compared to even an entry-level point-and-shoot, however. If you simply can't get physically closer to your subject, this 2x telephoto will do the trick. In my testing, I found that, as you might expect with a telephoto lens, I had to be very careful not to shake or jostle the iPhone too much while I was trying to take pictures. For shooting video or trying to take images that might require a bit of exposure, a tripod mount is recommended, which is where the Olloclip quick flip case comes in very handy. Just remember that this is a telephoto lens, not a zoom lens. The magnification is fixed at 2 times, so you can't twist the lens barrel to achieve higher magnification. Nevertheless, in comparison to what the iPhone 5 can do on its own, the optical improvements achieved by the telephoto lens are great. Images taken with the lens reveal dramatically higher levels of detail compared to a standard zoomed-in shot from the bare camera. The iPhone's camera lens doesn't do much to cut down on glare and reflected light. I've had some spectacular shots ruined because of the sun or because of exposed nearby light bulbs, for example. Olloclip has answered the requests of some reviewers and customers by developing a snap-on circular polarizing lens that they include with the telephoto lens. Simply slide the telephoto off and flip it over and you have a circular polarizer lens that reduces reflections and blocks light coming in from different angles, resulting in truer colors. It's mounted on a ring that enables the CPL to be rotated, so you can filter out just the amount of light you need to get the shot you want. If you've never used a circular polarizer before, you'll find this tool to be a particularly magical addition to your photographic arsenal, at least under certain circumstances. The metal housing has a sheet of black glass inside. This is called a circular polarizer because you turn it like a dial to adjust the angles at which light will be allowed to pass through the glass lens into the camera's sensor. Depending on the angle you choose, you can remove reflections and glare from glossy objects. The CPL can be used with the iPhone's lens alone or removed and put onto the telephoto lens itself. So in effect you can use the CPL filter with the telephoto lens or use it with the iPhone's default built-in camera lens. The results are really very pleasing and colours appear richer while reflections and glare are pretty much eliminated entirely with a little twist on the adjustment ring. The Olloclip telephoto lens isn't without its drawbacks. The iPhone's built-in flash exists perilously close to the actual lens. Because of the shape of the mount, the telephoto lens blocks the flash. The same limitation existed in the original 3-in-1 lens. Also note that the lens mount also blocks the power button on top of the iPhone. Not a major issue, but just a point to note. Now, Olloclip makes the telephoto lens in sizes to fit the iPhone 4 and 4S, the iPhone 5 and 5S, and iPod Touch 5th generation with the use of an included adapter. The telephoto and circular polarizing isn't cheap and it's no easier to attach than its predecessor, yet the telephoto's good optics and legitimately useful circular polarizer enable it to really improve the quality of iPhone photography. Coupled with the Olloclip quick flip case, which is a separate purchase, it really creates an overall fantastic package. Ideally, the prices for the lenses and case would be a bit lower and non-Olloclip case compatibility would be an option, but with each good new lens it releases, Olloclip will come closer to justifying the total value of its system. For now, the telephoto and circular polarizing lens is a genuinely good package and earns my recommendation.